This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is not America's Sweetheart, Davian.
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit, Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hi, this is Rose. You are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show at Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today. The trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and beside me today, Scooter Dust.
Always remember that the decision to get a lobotomy is a no-brainer.
And it is a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with She Is Rose.
Hi, good to be on your podcast. My name is Rose. I am a Greenie Pro Wrestler. I've been doing this for only a year. You can find me on Instagram at RosesAreGray or on Twitter at Rose Pro Wrestler, where you can find also my merch and my YouTube account.
And all of the links to all of your social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox as well.
Beautiful.
And where can we see you next?
So I have 2 matches with 365 this weekend in Victoria and Duncan. It is sold out for Victoria. And after that, I will be at the Commodore on May 5th in a 4-way match, which is also sold out, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for whoever didn't get tickets.
Right.
Great for us, though.
Right. Alright, so let's get into it. You work for Love Pro Wrestling and 365. Can you tell us about your relationship with those companies?
Yeah, so 365 is definitely my main promotion that I work for. It's Eddie Osborne's promotion, and he is my coach. So I definitely put that promotion first. Eddie's given me a lot of dream matches. They are so good. They're definitely a go-to for most wrestlers. I'd say all across Canada. Eddie really treats the locker room really good. Everyone on the roster is unbelievable. And then Love Pro is another one that is just absolutely amazing. Spencer Love is just such a good human being. Everyone that he brings are a good vibe, and he just knows how to treat wrestlers as well. So, yeah, 2 amazing companies that I work for.
Definitely. It does seem like 365 has been touching fire as of late as well. That's always great to see.
Yeah.
Alright, Scooter, you have a question.
Yes, now, you're from Victoria, British Columbia, correct?
I live in Victoria, but I am from Montreal.
Montreal, okay. My question still applies. In fact, we can make it a 2-parter. How? Because when people think of Canada and pro wrestling, they usually think of Calgary and Montreal. How does the wrestling scene in British Columbia compare to the other epicenters of pro wrestling in Canada?
Well, I'm not sure how. So I got to Victoria a year and a half or 2 years ago, And I can definitely say I don't know how it was before that in the indie circle, but right now I would say BC is blooming. We have like some of the best promotion in Canada. Honestly, like BC is definitely a place you want to be wrestling in right now. Compared, like out east, they just have so many promotions, but we just have really solid ones out here. So,
all right, James, back to you.
Yeah. So, you were in a scramble match against arguably three of the biggest names in Canadian pro wrestling. You got Michael Richard Blais, Shaun Moore, Elliot Tyler, and Fil Deadly. What was that experience like being in there, with three, very established names in Canadian pro wrestling?
Intimidating, obviously. But I mean, I think I was mostly intimidated by Shaun Moore because I had never met him before, and he's just so good. And I've seen him wrestle before, so definitely I was more scared to be in the ring with him, and he's a scary dude. So, but like Michael, I've trained with him, and he's been so good to me. He's taught me so much. So at least I'm comfortable with him. And then Elliot Tyler is one of my really, really good friends. So, having him in that match was definitely good for me because I was pretty stressed out at first. And I think he knew, he could tell because he knows me. So he really, calmed me down. So that was great. But, in the end, I went in that match, and it was so great working with these amazing, talented people. And yeah, like as soon as I come out of the curtain, I'm not stressed anymore. Like I know I'm meant to be in there with them. So yeah, but it was really cool. It was an amazing feeling for sure. I've been wanting to wrestle MRB for obviously a long time because he's one of the best.
And maybe two of the biggest highlights of that match involved you. The backstand on MRB's back into the Hurricanrana.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that one for a moment. Was that something you thought of, or something that was? How do you even attempt something like that?
It was, okay, if I'm being honest, like one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my existence. Like, you can literally see me pause for a second when I'm in the corner, and I'm like putting my hand in front of my mouth, and I'm like, you can see me that I'm thinking about it. And I was just telling myself, do not fuck this up. I was like, who knows? Like, because, like Michael we're all sweaty. Maybe his back was, what if I slide, What if I get so stressed that I can't jump on his back? And, yeah, and it's really about timing and everything. But I would say trusting Michael was the biggest thing, like, for getting the timing and everything. And I know he had me, so yeah, but yeah, you can definitely see that I'm really, really scared for it. And I wasn't scared, but I was just horrified that I would fuck it up because that was definitely the big move of my match. So
was that the first time you attempted that move? I haven't seen it in the other matches I've seen that you've done.
It was the first time that I did it in front of a crowd. Absolutely, yeah.
And I mean, obviously, the other big moment of the match was the backbreaker you took from Shaun Moore.
That was, yeah. It's funny because before the show, he's like, because I've never taken it before, and he says, you're gonna fly, you're gonna go high, don't be scared, And I trust Shaun again because I know he's such a good wrestler, and I was like, I'm gonna just trust him and really like throw myself on it and just just eat it really good, you know? And yeah, I just tucked my head behind his leg and I was like, okay, there we go. And then I flew so high. I could not believe it. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall back on him, right? And then he just kind of tossed me on the side like a rag doll. It was a crazy feeling. I flew so high. And when I watched it, I was like, I feel like it always feels so much more extra when you're the one doing the moves, and then you watch it and you're like, I thought I flew like at least a good meter in the air. Yeah, it was crazy.
Kudos to Spencer for calling the record scratch, and this is how my day went.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. It's definitely one of my favorite video of all time now. It's good.
Kudos, you have a question.
Yes. In doing my research, I came across something I think I'm very curious about. Now, on your Twitter, it says you joined in November 2022, and your first Instagram post was back in September of 2022. Was that the initial opening of those accounts, or was it an aversion to social media?
I didn't have a Twitter before. Like I made that Twitter account solely for wrestling. And yeah, I don't know, what date did you say my first post was on?
For Twitter, November of 2022, and Instagram, September 2022.
Instagram. Oh, no, like I've had my Instagram for a long time, but
okay.
the Twitter is definitely new. Yeah.
Okay, so those ones are wrestling specific as opposed to outside.
Yeah, like in my Instagram was originally like my personal account, and then Twitter is really like just for my wrestling.
Okay. Can you tell us do you have a particular favorite way of getting heat with Zicky Dice?
What's that, sorry? Oh my God, yeah. I just love his post. He's hilarious. Oh my God. Yeah, everything gets him heat. I think there was one specific one, and I can't remember what it was. I swear to God, I laughed for like 3 hours straight. I couldn't.
The two that stood out to me were, if you give me wrist tape, we got heat.
Oh yeah, okay, that's so funny because that one made me laugh so hard because I'm always asking for tape in the locker rooms. I always forget my tape, and I know it's annoying. So when he posted it, I was like, oh yeah, that's me. We got heat for sure.
The other one that stood out to me was, and that you retweeted, was, if you don't share your wife, we've got heat.
Oh yeah, no, okay, that's really funny too. But there's another one. It was grotesque. Like it was messed up what he wrote, but it was so funny. I can't remember.
Well, I think here at WrestleGood you have to maintain a tiny bit of decorum.
Yeah, that's the thing. Honestly, even if I find it, I don't think I want to. I want to say what the tweet is on here.
I mean, if you do find it, you can say it.
Okay, let's see. I'll scroll down and come back to it for sure.
Right.
Oh yeah. Wait. I think I can remember, but he said something about. Okay, no, I'll find it. Let me scroll down.
No worries. Right. Now you wrestled Kikyo, a well-known and respected person on the Independents, and you had a great match with Kikyo. Can you tell us about that match and that experience?
Yeah, so funny you're talking about this right now because right before I got on here, I was filling out a Q&A for Love Pro, and Pluggo asked me what the match that I'm most proud of would be, and I think my match with Kikyo would be it. Like, I think it's one of the rare match that I watched back, and I was, well, it's the only one that I'm really proud of, and there's, there's always things that you can change and that you could have done better, but overall, like, I wouldn't have changed anything. I think everything went really good, so it's my favorite for sure. It was great working with her too. She's such a sweet person.
Steven, you have a question.
Yes. Given that you have taken up the mantle, so to speak, of Rose, there were a couple of previous competitors for 365. I'm referring to specifically Skylar Rose. Was there any sort of basis in of your choosing the name Rose for based on the fact that 365 had quite a few female competitors have that name in some way?
Like how my name was influenced?
Yeah. Was there any influence from Skylar Rose?
Oh, no, not at all. No, not at all. My name, well, my friends have been calling me Rose for years, so it's kind of like, it's a bit shooty, honestly. Like it was already my nickname before starting wrestling, and I just sticked around with it. Actually, at first, I was using my last full name as well, which is Rose Williams, but because Travis, has that last name too,
Right.
and he's on the same rosters as me, like 365 and everything. So we just thought it would be better that I don't use it, because sometimes it just gets like confusing with the commentary and stuff. So I just decided to go for Rose, and I've actually been trying to find a better name, or like something to add in front of my name so it's not just Rose. But I swear to God, like, every indie wrestler on the Canadian Pacific Northwest has been trying to help me to find a name, and we just haven't figured it out yet. So I'm just kind of still waiting to find a good one.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Replace the E with a 3.
I don't know.
You know what? That
Yeah.
actually leads right into this next quick question. Let's say you have a variant of yourself in another universe. What flower, instead of a rose, would your variant have for a name?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know flowers. I really don't. Unfortunately, I don't know. A calypso? No idea.
Calypso Rose.
Maybe you could be, your Instagram.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go on. Continue.
Orchid. I love orchids. Big fan. It's like the only flower I have at my house.
Classic prom flower.
Your Instagram is roses or gray. You could be Rose Gray.
Yeah, never thought about that one.
So
hit him with 50 Shades.
Now, can you tell us about that time Tara Zev attacked you from behind a tree?
She is such a psycho. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. She was just sneaking behind there, and I don't know how long she was following me for, but we were on our way to Campbell River for a match, and I cut a promo, and she just jumped on my back while I was filming it. yeah, that's about the story. That's that's as much as I can say.
I mean, it's who decided to, who came up with that? Because I mean, those were very big trees as well.
I did. So it was my problem. It was kind of my idea, but yeah, because I like how she's a sneaky, creepy clown gimmick, you know.
So,
And I kind of wanted to play on that. So
it's like, Carol, go hide behind those trees.
yeah, or do something sneaky. Attack me.
Scooter, you have a question.
Well, I'm gonna throw it back to you, James. I think I want to piggyback off your question about a certain Canadian wrestler that may have done something.
Sure. Could you tell us about the time you met Bret Hart and that experience?
Yeah, so it was at a show for Dungeon Wrestling at the distillery Romeo's, I think, and he was just doing like signing autograph and everything, and I kind of waited for all the fans to go see him, and I was like very last minute, and then I cannot remember who it was, but one of the owner of Dungeon Wrestling, he came to see me to tell me that no one else after me could meet Bret because he had to go. And I was like, oh my God, okay, I kind of feel bad, you know, for not letting the other fans getting to meet him, but okay. And so when I met him, he was still wanting to see the other people that was behind me, and I didn't want to waste time for them. You know, I wanted them to get time with Bret too. So I unfortunately did not get to talk to him as much as I hoped for. But the owner of Dungeon Wrestling was next to me when I talked to Bret, and I shook his hand, which was cool because he gave me like the old-fashioned handshake, you know, in wrestling where you don't actually like press on the hand, like that's like an old wrestling tradition. And the guy who owned Dungeon Wrestling told Bret that I was a wrestler, and he immediately seemed super interested and like he wanted to talk to me more. And I was like, I felt bad because all these people wanted to see him too. And I was like, we talked like very briefly, but he told me like, good luck with your career, basically, and shook my hand. So it was just a cool, short moment, you know.
Awesome. And I'm sure there's been more opportunities to meet Bret Hart as well. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's what I told him. I was like, hopefully, we'll meet again, and you know, maybe I can show you some of my highlights.
Okay. Scooter, you had a follow-up?
Yeah. Now, people who have seen your Instagram, they know about the picture. I want to ask about the real star of that photo. What was in the food truck behind you?
Oh my God, and that's so funny. Wait, someone commented about that not too long ago in my pictures too. I don't even know. Donuts, fries, poutine.
It looked like fries. It looked like waffle.
Yeah,
fries,
unfortunately, I did not try the food.
Well, God, you know, I think that's going to bring me to a stereotypical Canadian question that we only reserve for our Canadian guests here on Wrestling With. Being Canadian, I'm sure you are familiar with poutine.
I'm Quebecoise, so yes.
Yeah.
I know what a real poutine tastes like too.
Well, we are foodies here on Wrestling With as well. And where, in your opinion, serves the best poutine?
Like in Canada?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, oh my God, and it's so dumb, I can't even remember the name, but there's this one restaurant in Sherbrooke. Joey's, I think. I think it's Joey's. Let me check. I think it's Joey's. But anyways, if not the place in Sherbrooke, La Belle Province has a really good one. And then if you're talking like Western, the only two place worth going for poutine is La Belle Patate, which they have one in Vancouver or Victoria. And in Canmore, there's this place called 514 Poutine, and it's like the closest to a typical Quebec poutine that I've had out west. So, yeah.
All right. I don't think we've those restaurants have been mentioned, James.
Definitely not to my recollection.
Well, you're getting it from a girl from Montreal, so I know what I'm talking about.
I was going to say somebody that knows her poutine.
Yeah. Louis, oh my God, that's it. So the best poutine is at Louis Luncheonette in Sherbrooke, hands down.
All right.
There's a part 2 to that question as well, or a Canadian exclusive questions, correct, Doodle?
Yes, I was gonna say this first, but you know what? Okay. This is a matter of opinion, but is Ryan Reynolds truly Canada's greatest national treasure, or is there another Canadian that fits that mantle?
No, the Canadian treasure is Speedball Mike Bailey. To me, that's what it is for sure.
Fair enough. All right.
Now, as of this recording, tomorrow you'll be wrestling Jack Pride. The day after that, Liza Hall. Obviously established names in pro wrestling. You had the match with MLB and Shaun Moore. And you're still relatively new in your career, and you're getting.
Oh yeah, I'm green at.
You're getting these major opportunities with these major names. Is it? It's kind of surreal. Is it maybe too much too soon, or is it like, yes, I'm ready for this?
You know what? I thought that for a long time when I started wrestling. The big names, like first big name was Rhea Von Slasher, and then I went on to Nicole Matthews. Like that's huge, right. And I was definitely in the beginning because I started training in December, not the one that just passed, but the one before. So it's been a year and 3 months only that I started training. And when I started having these big matches, I definitely thought so. Like I didn't think I was there at all. And I watched my matches and I'm like, yeah, I definitely wasn't great. But the more I get them, the more I'm realizing that's exactly what's going to make me the best that I can be to wrestle all these amazing wrestlers. And that's what Eddie always tells me, like, wrestling all these people is exactly what's going to get me to be the best. And so I'm starting to think that I'm okay taking those matches now, but definitely when I started, I thought it was going way too fast, and I wanted it to slow down a little bit because it was getting very overwhelming. And mind you, like, it's still moving so crazy fast, and every time I have a match with one of those big names, I'm like, what did I do to deserve this? But I just got to remember, Rachel Ellering, when I met her, she really made an impact on me because right before my match, I was so stressed out, and she came to see me, and she told me, just remember, you're here for a reason. If they asked you to be on the card, it's because you deserve to be here, and you're meant to be here. And ever since she told me that, I try to keep that in mind. I'm like, well, yeah, like if I'm getting that match, it's because maybe some way I deserve it, and I'm not as unready as I think I am, kind of thing. So, well, yeah, it is overwhelming, but it's so amazing. It's so cool. Like the first time when I heard, every time Eddie comes out with a new card, like a new flyer, he never tells me who I'm going to be wrestling. He just posts it. He just posts it on Instagram, and it's a big surprise. And every time I'm like, I need to go check the poster like 10 times to make sure it wasn't like a mistake or something. Like when he got that poster out for my match with with Nicole, and then my match with Ick, I was like, there's a mistake there. That can't be true. Yeah.
I mean,
But it's great.
It does seem like our teachers kind of know that we're ready before we even know we're ready, right?
Well, that's the thing, like if he believes in me in that way, that means I'm ready. He wouldn't give me all those matches if he didn't think I was there, so.
Right, he believes in you.
Yeah.
Alright. Can you tell us the advantages and disadvantages of wrestling barefoot?
Advantages is I'm more stable on my feet. I can't, and people always tell me I'm crazy to wrestle barefoot, especially because I do a lot of rope stuff. But to me, I tried with shoes and I can't. Like, I slip. I feel like I have more stability, more grip with my feet when they're bare, when I'm barefoot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just more comfortable. And disadvantage, well, of course it sucks when they stomp on your feet, or I never really stud my, now I need to be touching wood or something, but I've never like actually stud my toes, so it's not really a disadvantage, but I know it could happen, especially in dives and everything. That's why I do like my trust fall when I dive, because then if my feet hit the ground, it's going to be my heels and not my, which is bad too, but, and not my toes. Then another disadvantage is definitely the heels. And then, I'm clumsy and I sprain my ankles a lot, which I did in my match with Travis, and that was brutal. But, so yeah, spraining your ankle as well is a disadvantage.
Have you wrestled outside yet?
So, yeah, actually. Okay, so when I wrestle for festivals, I have to wear my Converse because the mat gets burning hot.
Ooh.
And I don't like Judas Icarus wrestles barefoot at festivals, and I don't know how he does it. It's messed up. Like, your feet just burns so bad because the mat is black. Well, usually, like the one at 365 is. And it's, not cool for your feet for sure.
Well, and I imagine in the winter time, the toes get cold, right?
Yeah, well, in wintertime we don't wrestle outside, but
Okay.
no, definitely. But in like the training center, the one we had in Victoria, we didn't have any heat, and it was really annoying to wrestle barefoot for sure, because it's cold. But you get moving and then get the blood flowing, and it's all good.
Scuba, you have a colossal question.
Yes. Now, let's assume they're making a movie studio is making a huge blockbuster movie about your career in wrestling. Every blockbuster movie has a blockbuster soundtrack. What would be 3 to 5 songs on that soundtrack to the Rose wrestling career blockbuster movie?
Okay. Okay, definitely Rest in Peace by Dorothy.
Okay.
Let me pull out the other. There's this one song by Boston Manor called, I can't even remember, but I kind of want to look into it, but so this, Okay, if I can't have it, no one can, by Boston Manor. Probably a song by Guns N' Roses has to be in there. Then Happy by NF. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm not sure about the fifth one. Yeah, those would be the 4 for sure.
I mean, you have a solid 4 right there.
Yeah, they're great songs.
Do you lock it in?
What's that?
Do you lock it in?
What do you mean?
Are you confirming that those are your 4?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm locking it in. Yeah.
Scooter, part 2.
Now, every blockbuster movie has a blockbuster cast as well. Who would play you in the blockbuster movie?
Oh my God, that is such a good question.
Hold on, there's another part. And you can't say yourself because you were obliged to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Right. Damn, that's tough. I'm trying to think of someone who looks like me, but no one really does. So I'm not sure. That's a great question. I don't like an actor. Dakota Fanning. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I would love if she played me.
Now that we got Rose down, who would be 3 people in your movie and who would play them?
Well, Eddie Osborne, of course.
Obviously.
Who would play Eddie? Oh my God. I want to find someone like really funny, but I can't think of any actors. Like, no one really looks like him either. God, what's his name? Like, he played in The Hangover. He's hilarious. Like
Zach Galifianakis.
Yes, yeah, that guy. That guy would play Eddie.
Okay.
Who else would be in it? Tara Zepp would be in it. Who would play her? Who would play Tara? You're putting me on the spot here. Like, I suddenly can't think of any actresses. I'd let her pick whoever she wants. I'm sure she has a lot of people she would like to play her.
And if you pick the wrong person, she might just come out of nowhere and attack you.
That's exactly it. So I'd rather just not say. Another person that would be in it. I mean, I'd really want that feud to be in it. So I'd say like either Max Benson, Travis Williams, or Judas Icarus. I'd want them in my movie for sure. One of those 3.
Hey, they could all be in the movie. I was just
there you go. Yeah, I want all of these peeps in my movie. Probably Elliot Tyler too. Yeah. Rhea Von Slasher would obviously be in it. Okay. No, I can't think of that many actors, so sorry.
We'll leave it up to casting.
Beautiful.
And it's already sounding like a great movie. Pre-order the tickets now.
Yeah.
Hi.
Do it.
Can you tell us about your duet with Elliot Tyler of Adele?
My duet with yeah. So Ty and I love Adele, and coming back from Campbell River, we just blasted it and just started yelling the lyrics in the car. It was great. It was super fun. We should start a choir or something.
What songs were you listening to? 21, 31, 19?
No, I can literally get them out for you right now. We were listening to Hello, of course.
Okay.
We're listening to Turning Tables, Set Fire to the Rain, Someone Like You. Yeah, those were the ones.
Definitely
No rumor has it.
And then we also went on, we listened to Water Under the Bridge, but we came to terms that this song is not a song that you yell in a car. So we just moved along.
Alright. Scooter, you have a question.
Yes. Can you tell us about your rivalry with technology?
Oh my god, I don't know why. I'm just so bad at it. Like, so bad. I always mess up. Like, I just don't understand it. And I always take, like, the long routes and stuff for things that should be really simple. And it just hates me. It just, like, Instagram is always lagging on me. My stories will like, they never post. Yeah, it's just a major pain in the ass. Like, right now I'm doing my highlight videos and I decided to just give up because it's taking too long and I'm getting so mad. So I'm letting someone else do it for me right now. But yeah, I thought you were gonna say my rivalry. I thought you were gonna talk about my feud with Travis and Judas.
Well, I mean, you could tell us about that for sure. I mean, at one point, I think Judas bit your foot.
Yeah, of course you did. What a weirdo. Yeah, that was such a crazy, intense feud. It was really cool to be part of it. So I had my match with Judas, and he bit my foot, as everyone know. And then he proceeds on telling me to wear shoes, but like the guy doesn't wear them either. And then I had that day Max Benson had his match with Travis. And then the next show, I had my match with Travis, and Max had a match with Judas. And Judas won his match with Max by smashing his head on one of the posts from the ceiling. So that was kind of lame. And after that, I won my match with Travis, and he decided to be dirty and just beat me up after I won. He just snuck behind me and started beating me up. And then Judas came out, and I thought he was gonna help us out, But Max came out first to get Travis off of me, and then Travis got the upper hand on Max. And then Judas came out thinking he was gonna help me, and he actually decided to turn on us and help join Travis and be Sinner and Saint. So that's how it started. And then we had our big tag match in Souk. That was incredible, absolutely incredible. And there's actually, I'm really sad because like we started that feud about 4 months ago, and none of that footage is out yet. So, but it'll come out eventually, hopefully. I have my match with Travis that just came out actually. Still waiting on all the other ones. And that match in Souk, there's actually a guy who came in the ring, like one of the fans just decided to come in the ring. So that was a pretty crazy experience for my first year in wrestling. But yeah.
Not typical for an indie event for somebody just to jump in the ring. A fan.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It's very disrespectful, but
Yeah.
We handled it.
And I imagine it kind of sucks that you have this great footage and you're hyped about these matches, and they haven't come out yet. Only the crowd that was there saw it.
Yeah, it's too bad because it's a really good feud, but what do you want? Like, it happens. Yeah, I'll still waiting on them. It'll come out eventually.
Can you tell us that time you wrestled, I believe, as a beagle for Glam Slam?
I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it was what it was. And actually, I was really disappointed. I don't know. It was a weird. It was like fun. Me and Ria had fun, you know, but I wasn't very proud of it. And you always get matches that you're less proud of, obviously, and that one was one of them. And I was actually so bummed out after, and I was really stressed out coming into it for for some reasons that I'm not going to state here, but so I was really stressed out about it, and I came out of it. I was really disappointed, and yeah, I was just one of those matches that you're like, should I be doing wrestling? You know?
Oh. Okay.
But it was fun. It was fun, and we got good pictures. We didn't get a footage of it, which I'm not even sad about, but but it was great to share the locker room of Glam Slam. I'm gonna say that though, so it's always a pleasure to be with Glam Slam.
So was it a proud moment to be a part of the first all women's event, and I believe it was Victoria?
Oh yeah, it was a blast. It was amazing hanging out with all the girls, and yeah, I was definitely touched that they asked me to be on it for sure. And the fact that they put me in a match with Kikyo, you know, like that was really cool. It was a blast.
Alright. I think that brings us to our next segment. Rose's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that grows up in Manor Roads, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
Can you kind of lagged in the beginning there? Can you repeat that?
Can you tell us a road story that's weird, crazy, or bizarre, or funny?
I mean, there's that one time that E.T., Rhea, and Deeds decided to mess with me. We were at a gas station, and then when I tried to get back in the car, they started driving off without me. So that was that was funny. I think Elliot Tyler even has the video of it. It was funny. That's Deeds. Deeds is a trickster. He was the one that was like, drive. I don't know. I don't have anything crazy for you on that one, I think.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. Haven't traveled enough.
Alright. On to a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
I have no stance. You know what? I'm not even a fan of pizza, so I don't really care.
Wow.
You put pineapple on your pizza if you want to.
So not even a fan of pizza?
Yeah, I like pizza, but I'm really picky on how it, yeah, I'm picky.
Alright, fair enough. What's your spirit Pokemon?
Gloom! I love Gloom. It's my favorite. Gloom and Psyduck are my favorite. I love Gloom because how awesome would it be to have a Pokemon that stinks when you don't like someone, so like the person never gets close to you. Like that's perfect. It's a repellent for your enemies. It's amazing.
Now on the show, we love the late great Tracy Smothers. Do you know the acronym for THUG? THUG.
The acronym?
Yes.
No.
Rudolph.
T is for terrible. H is for hell. U is for ugly. And G is for jail. Because a thug can't spell.
That's great. Thanks for that.
We love the late great Tracy Smothers trying to keep the memory alive. Now the weirdest question you'll ever be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully, would you ever consider wrestling a Rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual Rock.
With a Rock?
Yes.
Sure, why not? If you can wrestle a Rock, honestly, you're a great wrestler. Takes a lot of creativity.
Well, just for context, there's this wrestler named Psycho Mike that wrestled an actual Rock for over 15 minutes
Really?
in a Tungsten Man match. An
That's
arm
crazy.
match that lasted for 2 weeks.
Oh my god, that's insane. And you know what, you're saying that, I was watching a podcast with Mike Bailey, and he was saying that so the question was, would you wrestle with a clown, or I can't remember what it was, but he was saying that he would wrestle anything or anyone, because if you're a good wrestler, you're gonna put out a good match with just anything or anyone. So sure, I'll wrestle a Rock. I'll make it very interesting.
Alright, on to a serious note. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ooh, that's a huge question. I kind of like not to think about it too much because I don't want to jinx anything, but I would really like to go train in Japan. I think 5 year mark, that's where I want to be at. I want to be in Japan.
Any specific promotions or just Japan in general?
I mean, Stardom is a good one, but that's a bit ambitious, but who knows, if you put your mind to it.
And what's a match people should go out of their way to see that best shows off what Rose is all about?
My match with Kikyo was definitely the one that I'm the most proud of.
And I will get that match from YouTube, and I will put it in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox, for anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to re-see it after this interview.
Perfect.
And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, we are wrestling with the 8 questions of dun, dun, dun. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
What did you say, sorry?
Are you ready?
Okay, I need to answer those really fast. Is that what it is?
It's our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are.
Okay, I'll try to answer as fast as I can.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time.
Speedball my Bailey or Edge.
Worst wrestler.
Excluding yourself. Can't say you.
Worse?
Worst wrestler.
No, I can't answer that. I can't. I'm not gonna answer.
You have chosen the default answer of Ava Marie.
There you go.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
Edge. Or Becky Lynch.
Oh, alright. If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
And I can't say my own?
No.
No, you can't say yourself.
I honestly don't even pay attention to entrance music, but CM Punk.
Cult of Personality?
What?
Which one? Satisfy Burns or Cult of Personality?
Oh, Cult of Person. Yeah. Cult of Personality. Yeah.
Right. Finish this sentence. K-Fig is...
Awesome.
We also would have accepted is quite good on toast.
Squash, vegetable or fruit?
Vegetable.
It's a fruit.
I don't care.
Well, you're part of Squash Squad now, and that means a hell of a lot more. New Japan wrestler Tai Chi, his ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
The appropriate ratio of what?
Trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear.
I don't even know what that means. Am I too French? I'm not getting your question.
How much, to be like a little bit more cruder, how much has to hang out of ring gear?
I mean, you do you, but me personally, I don't want my ass hanging out, so.
So full
Zero?
Zero.
Yeah,
full coverage. Okay.
Yeah.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
I unfortunately have not.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. That was fun.
Absolutely. And where can we find, once again, all things Rose on social media and merchandise?
Yeah. So you can find me on Instagram at Roses Are Gray. You can find me on Twitter at Rose Pro Wrestler. And then I also have a YouTube account, Rose Pro Wrestling. And then on Facebook, it's Rose Pro Wrestling as well.
And you don't even have to type it into your Google machine. All of the links to all the social media will be in the description of the video below or on YouTube Castbox. Simply click the link and a new tab will appear on whatever device you're on. You have no excuse. Buy a damn shirt.
Yeah, do it. Just do it.
And of course, thank you for listening. Of course, please like, subscribe, comment, or on YouTube at Castbox. Of course, this was sponsored by Real Energy and Fil Coffee. Join us next Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. And follow the show at Wrestling with E, but on Twitter and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. And you can follow me personally at JamesJ993. Where can we find Stu?
You can always find me in the backseat of the car on Twitter at Scooter Dust. Keep an eye out to the social medias for any upcoming announcements regarding the remix, and revel in all my Twitch antics along with Rico Constantino Jr. and the rest of the Smoking Dragons clan. Twitch.tv/Smoking Dragons.
Alright, Rose, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Sure.
For always special guest Rose, Kaliko Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling with
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.